Hi everyone, I'm Sajjad. Today I'm going to talk about a very contemporary issue in applied linguistics, that is translanguaging. Here you can see two definitions of translanguaging. Translanguaging, in fact, is a new area in the field of applied linguistics. This approach aims to use two or more languages in an educational setting. The main aim is to clearly understand the contents that learners are studying. The practice of translanguaging started in Wales, which is a province of the UK. There in Wales, the language of instruction is English, but students' home language is Welsh. In this slide, you can see how the term translanguaging developed over time. In the beginning, an Welsh educationist named Ken Williams used the Welsh word "seatu" for the first time, and then he translated it into English and named it translinguifying. Later on, he consulted with his colleague Colin Baker, and they came up with the new expression translanguaging. Here I would like to briefly mention that the verb form of language is languaging. And Professor Meryl Swain was the first person to use this concept of languaging. Languaging, in fact, means dynamically using language for meaning making. And as a matter of fact, translanguaging is the plural form of languaging. I believe by now you might be interested to have an idea of the main benefits of translanguaging in education. Translanguaging helps the learners to develop a deeper understanding. That's the first point. It also fosters creativity and criticality among learners. Another important point is that the practice of translanguaging makes a link between students' home language and language of instruction. In addition, the practice of translanguaging can save the minority languages from vanishing. Translanguaging also have some downsides if we want to use it in our educational settings. The first point is that we still do not have any clear pedagogical principles about using translanguaging in education. And if we want to use this approach in our education system, our assessment system needs to be redefined to suit this approach. The practice of translanguaging is very relevant in bilingual and multilingual contexts, both in society and in education. It is interesting to know that many renowned scholars believe that the practice of translanguaging is even relevant in ESL classrooms. Professor Lee Wee is one of them, and Professor Robert Phillipson also supports the use of mother tongue in ESL classroom. Now I would like to briefly touch upon the difference between translanguaging and code switching. Many people, they use them interchangeably, but in fact, code switching is an external viewpoint and translanguaging is an internal viewpoint. Before I come to the conclusion, I would like to point out one more thing. In the past, educators used one language for input and another language for output in translanguaging approach. But now translanguaging means more than that. We can use all our linguistic repertoire or resources to develop deeper insights into the context. That is the real strength of translanguaging. ধন্যবাদ।